I bet St. Louis can't do it like this. Everybody in the crowd turned up loud. Star Springer banner, stand up proud. Had the Royals game, but you know my Pete's at the end of the song. We all yo cheese. We out here, we winning and repping it.
Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You know on the beat every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that that's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA. We the big spark, no 4th and inches, won't cut short. Got the best talking, this all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhuister here with the Man Hour. Be sure to head over to manhourradio.com and check out the merchandise page. Of course, you got the Beastie merch over there. We got the Man Hour original logo merch. We got the new M8 logo merch over there, guys. We got all types of merch happening over there. If you want to put Man Hour on your body, or in your body, as some people like to do. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Put it on your head, put it on your shirt, put it on your legs. We got joggers, hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, hats, backpacks. Anything you want of Man Hour, we got it over there at manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page, Beastie merch, Man Hour merch, Team Buck merch, all the good stuff over there. Merch. Wow. Now we got the merch out of the way, right, guys? Got to pay those bills. If you're listening to here on youtube.com, hit that like button if you are enjoying this. Obviously, hit the subscribe button. We are live every Monday through Friday right here, 10 a.m. East Coast time at youtube.com/Man Hour. And, of course, on Roku TV on the Northeast Streaming Sports platform. And we're also live Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. East Coast time with my man, Beastie Combs. That's when Man Hour normally is on, guys, is at 8 p.m. East Coast time right here on youtube.com/Man Hour. But life, work, balance, and all that stuff. I got a promotion at work, so I'm working these weird shifts, and I'm dabbling in the morning show here a little bit, guys. So if you guys like it, let me know, and we'll keep doing it. And right now, guys, we're bringing Man Hour you guys 10 times a day, live 10 times a day. Or not 10 times a day, 10 times a week. Excuse me. Wow. Also, guys, we are giving away a trip to Las Vegas. That's right. During the NFL draft this year, I believe it's April 19th through the 21st, we are giving away airfare and hotel to Vegas during the NFL draft. We cannot guarantee you entry into the draft because it is a first come, first serve. But myself, Combs, Soup Boss, and Tori will all be going to Vegas during the draft, and we want you guys to come along. So become a 5-9 member or higher over there at Man Hour or at youtube.com/Man Hour. Hit that join button, and bada bing, bada boom, magic is made. You get this magic in your ear holes 10 days a week, plus all the clips and everything else. I see Drew in the chat. What's up, Drew? Drew is at physical therapy right now. Drew, I hope you are feeling better, my man. Get that back all searched. And my hat's all messed up. What's up with my hat, yo? Man, damn. It looks weird. Maybe it's just my camera. Yeah. It just must be my camera. My camera's a little cockeyed today, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, guys, so we got an action-packed show for tonight. Yesterday, we broke down the NFC side of things and whatnot, and I gave you guys some upset picks. Well, not really upset picks. I gave you the real picks, the picks that are going to win you some money in your pools or whatever, but today we're going to break down the AFC side of things. Of course, we're going to talk the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kansas City Chiefs. We got Pats versus Bills, sub-zero temperatures again over there. Sheesh. Bengals, Ravens, and what else we got? Oh, we got the word of the day. That's right, guys. We got the word of the day. And the word of the day, guys, is not excited. Why are you not excited, Buck, you might ask? Well, I am not excited because of this slime game, this Nickelodeon game that the NFL always tries to pursue on these young kids. So what you guys don't know, or you guys probably should know, is that every year during Super Bowl or during Super Wildcard Weekend, the NFL puts a game on Nickelodeon. It is trying to, excite the younger generation to become NFL fans and watch the sport and whatnot. But here's what I'm not excited about. I'm not excited about the slime cam. I'm not excited like all the green screen effects that they do on this, like on the screen. If you really want to entice these young kids to watch the game, just have kids be the announcers and, you know, talk to them like, you know, they're 7, which they are, right? And then just have them bring in, and don't do all that slime cam crap. That stuff is so stupid. I'm not excited about that at all. That was so stupid, so dumb, so overblown, because when those 8, 9, 10-year-olds come and watch the football game like the next week and the slime cam isn't there, they're like, oh, what happened to the slime? What happened to this? This is stupid, right? You are putting unrealistic expectations for these kids of what NFL is all about. So that is why I am not excited about this Nickelodeon game. I mean, yes, I get it. We need to bring in new fans. We need to do this, this, and this, but I'm not excited about it at all. So that is the word of the day. Not excited, because Nickelodeon sucks at the end of the day. The one they don't even have like SpongeBob anymore, do they? I don't even have Nickelodeon anymore. That shows you how out of tune I am with the world. Coco Melon for the win, baby, all day, every day. But not excited is the word. Alrighty, guys. So if you guys are new here to youtube.com/man, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Phone lines are open during the morning show. As always, 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. The man hour text line and call line is brought to you by Skull Candy Original HUD phones. So head over to skullcandyoriginal.com and use promo code manhour at checkout, and they'll save you guys up to 10% on your checkout purposes. But it is time to jump in to the show today, and we, of course, yesterday we talked a lot of NFC playoffs. So if you want to talk anything about the NFC playoffs, go to youtube.com/manhour, hit that subscribe button. Those clips will upload all throughout the day over there. I got them all scheduled all day long. So it is what it is. But the title of today's show is, should the Kansas City Chiefs be on upset alert? And that is the main topic of today's show. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs here. I believe it's Sunday night game, isn't it? It's the late game on Sunday. I didn't even look at the time. But Drew says, I want to know what the guy was smoking when he created SpongeBob. I believe he was on acid, Drew. I don't know. But either way, it doesn't matter. We'll talk SpongeBob later. I mean, I do like me some SpongeBob. But yeah. So Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Kansas City Chiefs here. Many people are picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to upset the Kansas City Chiefs, right? They're picking them to Big Ben's last ride and all this other stuff. And I was one of those guys. I sat here on Man Hour a couple weeks ago, and I said, wouldn't it be something if the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Ravens last game of the season and they snuck into the playoffs as like a 7 seed, and Big Ben had that one big last ride like Jerome Bettis did. And I sat here with Combs, me and Combs, right here on Man Hour. I'm not saying I was the first one to say it, but I'm the first one that really started pounding my chest. Man, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But then all these people are starting to jump on this train as well, and Big Ben is starting to portray this underdog role, like, oh, we don't even have a chance, yada yada yada. Okay. We talked on this yesterday, guys. People are all about these sexy picks, right? People are all about, what picks can make the most noise. And if I'm wrong, I was supposed to be wrong anyways, but if I'm right, look at me pound my chest. And I feel like this is what most people are doing when they're picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. So not to sound rude, because I do like Big Ben. I know Drew doesn't like Big Ben, but, I do like Big Ben. He has had a great NFL career, 18 years. He has done it with like one team, and he's done it the right way. He didn't deflate balls. He hasn't cheated and all this other stuff. But that is regardless of the point. So for all you people that are making this sexy pick, stop it. Look into the numbers, look into the analytics, and use your eye test. The Kansas City Chiefs are clearly the better team here, and they're clearly going to whoop the crap out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Or are they? We will get into that hour number 2 here on the Man Hour, but I got some key points here that I want to bring up here. So like I said, like Big Ben is really starting to portray this underdog role. If you listen to the media press conference yesterday he said to the media, you know what, we don't have a chance. We shouldn't even show up, all this other stuff, yada, yada, yada. And Big Ben, sorry to tell you, man, but we are in the age of 2022. This underdog role, this trying to be Tom Brady and you guys know what Tom Brady does. Like, he says one thing but means the other thing when he actually, and then once you try to figure that out, he translated into this middle thing. And so this is Big Ben's trying to take a play out of Tom Brady's playbook right now. So does anybody believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance? The answer to that question is yes. Many people do believe that Pittsburgh Steelers do have a chance, and they do, because, you know, you get into the tournament, you get into the playoffs, and everybody has a chance. It's any given Sunday, right? But for Big Ben to be consistently playing this underdog role, just stop it. Just stop it. You guys earned your right to be in there. Last year, you guys were 11-0, and everybody was talking about you, like, about how great you were, right? So, I mean, what has changed from last year to this year? You guys actually added more depth. You added Najee Harris, right? You added people to your team to make yourself better. So, but regardless of that thing, so I see Drew here and says it is going to be a defensive game, and that's actually the next point that I have right here on my notes that I've started taking notes pre-show, and I don't know if I'm a fan of it, to be honest with you, but whatever. So. Obviously, guys, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a great defense. They many years the steel curtain, right? Last year they really rode that defense. Granted, for the first 11 games, and they fell off. But T.J. Watt is a man among men out there, and T.J. Watt is going to be a very, very big X factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game versus the Kansas City Chiefs. However, T.J. Watt's a very undisciplined player, guys. Okay, like I can already tell it. I mean, people are going to be upset about it, right? But T.J. Watt is a very undisciplined player. If you really sit down and you watch the film, he comes up field a lot. I mean, his first 2 or 3 steps are really, really nice and powerful, but then he consistently gets pushed up the field, and 9 times out of 10 has to come back into the quarterback. So that's exactly how the Kansas City Chiefs are going to exploit the Pittsburgh Steelers here on this Super Wildcard Weekend game, is you have to fight fire with fire. Use TJ Watt's aggressiveness, his ability, and his pure talent against him. So when he fires off the ball, bada bing, bada boom, RPO to that side, make him make a choice. Because once TJ Watt starts to think, every good defensive player knows this. Every good coach knows this. Is once a defensive player has to start thinking about the game, it slows you down a half a second more, and you are going to win that battle 9 times out of 10. So make TJ Watt think. Fight fire with fire. So what I mean by that is when you consistently start seeing TJ Watt get pressure up the field, start running RPOs to that side. Start running ISOs to that side. Run that 36 ISO at TJ Watt. Make the running back make a choice, go in or out, preferably go in, because that way it sucks TJ Watt in the next few plays, and then you can run Tyreek Hill on that reverse little flare pass that they run. So that is going to be a big key for the Pittsburgh Steelers, is how disciplined can TJ Watt be this game. And watching the film last week and prepping for the show and watching some of his highlights throughout the year, and I watched the Bengals game as well the first time they played, he's a very undisciplined player. So that is going to be a very, very key for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next key is for Pittsburgh to possibly win this game, which let's just be honest, guys, they do have a chance. So I believe they're a 12.5 point underdog, and they do have a chance. So I mean, don't get that twisted by any means. Speaking of which, guys, I am a monster connoisseur, and the pink monsters are like my favorite. But for whatever reason, they've been out of monsters lately. So I tried the white pineapple one. It's okay. This one just says Monster Energy 0 sugar. It is absolutely terrible. Like, I would rather watch Lamar Jackson than drink that thing. I'm just going to put that out there. But another key for the Pittsburgh Steelers that they could possibly win this game versus the Kansas City Chiefs is they need to keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. So what makes Patrick Mahomes such a dynamic quarterback is his ability to extend the play, his ability to roll to the left and roll to the right and make those accurate throws down the field. Use the speed of Byron Pringle, McCall Hardman, Tyreek Hill, right? The list goes on and on and on. He has the ability to, stretch those plays and get those guys open by rolling the pocket. When Patrick Mahomes struggles, it is when he has to analyze the defense, that two deep safety that everybody's been talking about all season long since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did it in Super Bowl. And he has to be in the pocket. So with that being said, you have to have a disciplined TJ Watt to not get too far up the field to create running lanes for Patrick Mahomes to get through there and extend those plays. And you have to you have to keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. I don't care if you don't get to him. But if you keep him in the pocket, watch his feet. Go back to what game I'm looking at here. Go back to the Denver Broncos game just a few weeks ago, right? Patrick Mahomes, when he was stuck in the pocket, watch his feet. His feet never truly get set. He has happy feet, right? He is consistently trying to, get out of the pocket. He just doesn't seem very comfortable in the pocket by any means. So that's how the Pittsburgh Steelers can really disrupt this Kansas City Chiefs offense, is keeping Mahomes in the pocket. Now. This is why I've been trying this notes thing, guys, and I'm not too fond of it. Like, I don't even know where I'm at with my notes anymore. But anyways, we've talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers' key to success. Fight fire with TJ Watt. Big playing this underdog role. The nice sexy pick. Of course, we have to talk to Kansas City Chiefs keys right here. What are the Kansas City Chiefs keys to this game? And that is to jump out early on the Pittsburgh Steelers. When they played earlier in the season, I believe it was going into the third quarter, the Kansas City Chiefs had like a 30-point lead, like at that point. So if the Kansas City Chiefs want to win this game, they need to jump out early. They need a quick 14-0 lead, 10-0 lead, and force the Pittsburgh Steelers into these passing situations. Because how do you beat the Pittsburgh Steelers? Make them pass the ball. Big Ben is not the quarterback that he once was. Doesn't have the arm strength to get the ball down on the field. And Chase Claypool is kind of a complete POS. Let's just be completely honest about that. So how do you beat the Pittsburgh Steelers? Jump out on them early, 10-0, 14-0, like I said, and force them to do things that they're not accustomed to. But guys, we're getting the red lights here. We're up against the first break here on Roku TV. But let me go ahead and jump into some of the comments here before we get too carried away. Drew says it's going to be a defensive game. Yes, I think we've already talked about that a little bit. And then he says the playoffs are an even field. Slates wiped clean. There could be a repeat. Cards versus Steelers. Cards versus Steelers in the Super Bowl is not going to happen, Drew. I'm just going to throw that out there. If that's your Super Bowl prediction, that's not going to happen at all. Cards lose first round, Steelers lose first round. Spoiler alert for hour number 2 coming up here on the Man Hour. But we do got some text coming in here, guys, coming into the Skull Candy text line here. Text lines are 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. And if I can get it open, there it is. No, that's not it. Where'd it go? Texter says, you are completely wrong on TJ Watt. TJ Watt is hands down the best defensive player in the NFL this season. You cannot fight fire with fire. When you start running at him, he will destroy you. Watch it. You know what? TJ Watt has been one of the best players this year on the defensive side of the ball. You cannot argue the 22 stacks that he has had, right? Granted, he had an extra game to do it in time, Michael Strahan, but whatever. But to say he is, you cannot fight fire with fire, you clearly don't know how to coach the defensive side of the ball or the offensive side of the ball. Texter, not to throw you under the bus too much here, but you clearly do not know how to fight fire with fire. When I say you fight fire with fire, you want to attack that best player because he is an undisciplined player. TJ Watt's undisciplined, guys. Watch him. Watch him this game. When you sit there and watch the NFL game, the Super Wildcard Weekend. Oh, I keep saying Super Bowl. Super Wildcard Weekend. Watch him. He gets up the field and he leaves gaps on the defensive line over and over and over. Now, I know the Pittsburgh Steelers don't have the flat wall defense that many high school and college teams with teams run because they don't trust their linebacker play, right? They don't have that flat wall defense to where their linebackers can scrape and make all the plays, right? Obviously, this defense is set to let TJ Watt eat. The 22 sacks this year proves it, right? But watch it. He's very, very undisciplined. So when you fight fire with fire, you attack him. You attack the gap that he is leaving over and over and over. That will do two things. That will force TJ Watt to start to think. Am I making the wrong decision here? Am I getting too far up the field to really, make a play? Or two, it makes that linebacker come down and fill that gap repeatedly over and over and over because Clyde Edwards-Helaire will be hitting that hole hard, the hole that TJ Watt is leaving. And when you do that, when you fight fire with fire, you force two things. You will open up that running game on the inside or the outside because TJ Watt has to make a choice then, right? Or you open up that short passing game with Tyreek Hill crossing over the middle. Because when that linebacker comes up, guess what that does? Leaves the middle open there, Texter. You got Travis Kelce wide open there. You got Tyreek Hill. Hell, Byron Pringle might have another big game here. So those people that are saying, pay the man. Byron Pringle, if we fight fire with fire, as a Kansas City Chiefs guy myself, you will see things happen. You will see Byron Pringle have a big game if we fight fire with fire correctly. And if TJ Watt starts to think, game over, see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. I know how much you would love to see the Cards in the Super Bowl. Yeah, Drew, I know you are a Cardinals fan. You're also a Steelers fan, a Lions fan, a Chiefs fan, a Packers fan, right? The list goes on. No, but I feel the Arizona Cardinals are your first love. And yeah, I know you would love to see the Cardinals in the Super Bowl. I don't dispute that, but they're not going to go there because Kyler Murray's overrated. What? Well, what did Buck just say? Kyler Murray is overrated. Overrated. All right, guys. It's time to get to the break. I've done enough chit chat. We'll be right back here, guys, on the Man Hour. What's coming up on the Man Hour, guys? What's coming up? Oh. Tori Anderson might make a guest appearance? Tori Anderson? I don't know, guys. Find out. We're right back here on the Man Hour. Stay tuned.
Once I'm home from work and relaxing,
I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from the wife and kids.
what do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with an hour? Walk with them.
Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft? Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/manhour, click on that join button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that join button. You won't regret it.
watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help with the Take 22 merch. It's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
Man Hour Nation brought to you by Brooks Roofing and Siding. Contact them at 812-868-7663 or online at brooksroofingin.com. Brooks Roofing and Siding, protection you need when nature strikes.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com and check out the Takeaway 22 merch, guys. All proceeds from that merch will go into a nonprofit organization to help suicide awareness for veterans out there in the world. Because, you know, suicide is a very, very real thing in the veteran world and Army world and military. Man, my hat is just, like, not good today. But anyways, guys, check out the Takeaway 22 merch over there at manhourradio.com. But also, most importantly, guys, here at Man Hour, we always try to help out where we can. So if you guys are on Facebook or on Twitter, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And we got a very special GoFundMe post right there, pinned to our top of our page here. So Man Hour Nation, help the people out. Help people out in need, because that is what we do over here at Man Hour. So hit that GoFundMe link and donate what you can. So I have got the word that Man Hour will try to match everybody's donation here in the next 24 hours. So guys, in the next 24 hours, donate as much as you can, and we will try to match each and every bit of that. So, Man Hour Nation, I have a bone to pick with you guys. That's right. I have a major bone to pick with you guys. As you guys know, like I planned the shows out. I got Monday lineup, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? And Friday. I have everything planned out, and yesterday I pulled out my old script and was filling in the notes and having a grand old time, and I pulled out Thursday. Didn't think anything of it. I was going through the Thursday script. I was acting like all day yesterday was Thursday, and I got to work. I'm like, hey guys, it's almost Friday. Like, what are you talking about, Buck? Guys, it's Thursday. You know, hey, 24 hours from now, we'll be sipping mango margaritas, having a great old time, having this sugar-free Coke or this matcha that tastes like complete ass. But Man Hour Nation, how did you guys let me go all show long? All day on Twitter, all day on Facebook, all day right here on youtube.com/Man Hour. Of course, Roku TV. Nobody once texted me. Nobody once tweeted at me and say, hey, you realize today's Wednesday? Man Hour Nation, you guys failed me. I give you guys my heart and my soul every day. I put this all out there, and you let me make that huge mistake. Talking like yesterday was all day Thursday. I was excited. I was living the dream. I'm like, 2 days till playoffs. Oh, let's go, baby. And then I get to work. It's Wednesday? Come on, guys. What is wrong with y'all? Man, come on, man. Like, we have this bond. Guys, we have this bond, and you guys dropped the ball. I did the trust fall yesterday, and you guys let me fail. No, but in all seriousness, guys, like, I legitimately thought all day yesterday was Thursday. Like, seriously. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but at the top of the script, I have Thursday page 1, Thursday page 2, and I got my whole book full of scripts there so like I almost had the show almost script out, you know, and I just got to fill in some key points like each day. But man, I didn't get a chance to do the what does. I had to, like, like, I was kind of freaking out because usually here on Thursdays, we're going to have my man Tori Anderson right here at 10:30 a.m. East Coast time right here on YouTube TV. And I was like, man, where's Tori? Like, where's his clip at? But guys, starting next week, segment number 2, right after the first break, 10:30 a.m. East Coast time, right here on youtube.com/man, of course, Roku TV Live. We'll have my man Tori Anderson. If you guys are new to Man Hour, Tori Anderson is a huge Packers fan, right there. Packers 101, right? Tori got me tickets to my first me and my wife's first Packers game at Lambeau Field. Great seats, had a great time. Tori is a huge Packer fan, but he brings common sense to the show. Tori brings this outside the box thinking. No, I'm kidding. I got the outside the box. Tori is things inside the box. Tori is, X's and O's. This is what it says. Don't read too much into it. Yada yada yada. But Tori will be talking NFL draft with us every Thursday moving forward here. So about 10-15 minute segment here. We'll have my man Tori Anderson on. It's going to be a grand old time because when Buck and Tori get on the mic and talk to each other, it's magic. That's Spanish for awesome. But guys, how is life happening right now? That's a question for the people. How is your life going? Did you wake up alive? Are you having a grand old time? I mean, every day I wake up because I lived a pretty rough life for like a little while. I mean, like not drugs and alcohol or anything like that, but in low points in my life and whatnot. And every day you wake up, you're happy to be alive. Like I'm like, man, I cheated death for one more day, right? Living on borrowed time. Phone lines are open right here, guys. Phone lines are brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. Head over to skullcandyoriginal.com. Use promo code MANHOUR at checkout to save yourself 20% on checkout. You will put the best headphones on your ear canal this side of the century. Phone lines are 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. So, have some time to kill. So let's go ahead and jump into the chat line here, guys. Or sorry, the text line. Let me pull up the texter, and I got the old cellular device right here. And see here, texters. Man, what is going on? I hate Androids. We talked about TJ Watt. So texter says, are we worried about the Kansas City Chiefs' lack of production on the offensive side these last few weeks? No, I am not too worried about the Kansas City Chiefs' lack of production on the offensive side of the ball, just because we know that defense wins championships in the end. The defense got hot at the right time with the addition of Melvin Ingram from the Pittsburgh Steelers at the right time. We got a chance to move Chris Jones back to the inside there. So Kansas City Chiefs defense is looking mighty fine right now. And of course, sealing that game with the Denver Broncos on a defensive play, I mean, that makes it that much more impressive. However, I got a stat for you guys that I was going to save for hour number 2, but every time Tyreek Hill catches over 70 yards in a game, the Chiefs are 8-0 this season. So the lack of offensive production, no, I'm not worried about it whatsoever, because defense wins championships, and we're going to fight fire with fire, like I've been saying, baby. Relax. Next texter says, where's it at here? Nickelodeon is going to have the best game ever. 49ers versus Cowboys. You can't go wrong there. Yes, the 49ers-Cowboys game is going to be mighty nice, right? But I'm not going to watch it on freaking Nickelodeon. I'm going to watch it on Fox or CBS or Paramount or Amazon Prime or whatever the 15 other stations they have. I'm not watching it on Nickelodeon. I'm not even going to tune in just to see what it's like at all. No, texter. I mean, come on now. Come on, man. Next texter says, Raiders. That's all I got to say. The Raiders. He must be a Raiders fan. Must be a Raiders fan, right? Come on. Get out of here with that. Some comments coming in here from YouTube. Who you all think is going to win, Bengals or Raiders? Well, Mr. Drew, I got that coming up here on hour number 2 of the Man Hour. At 11:10 a.m. East Coast time, I will be talking about the Bengals Raiders. Spoiler alert, it's not the Raiders. It's not going to be the Raiders. I like Derek Carr. I like what the Raiders have done this season. But in typical Raiders fashion, they shoot the pooch in the playoffs, and they're not good. It's not going to be the Raiders. Next texter says, why so much hate for Lamar? You know he's the GOAT, right? Okay, pause. Pause. What do you consider a GOAT here in this year's NFL? Like, just because a person has an MVP year, all of a sudden they're the GOAT? Like, come on, man. Lamar Jackson is trash because you fans out there. You fans have put Lamar Jackson up on this pedestal before he even did anything. You guys had him talking about MVP and GOAT status before he even won a playoff game. That's why Lamar Jackson will always be trash, because he will never live up to your guys' expectations. When Lamar Jackson was drafted with the last pick of the first round, right, the Baltimore Ravens moved up to get him, if I'm not mistaken, with the trade with the Patriots, right? He said, I'm bringing a Super Bowl to Baltimore in his first 4 or 5 years, right? Well, guess what? This is his 4th year. He's not in the playoffs. He's won 1 playoff game and 1 MVP. How does that make him a GOAT? Come on, Texter. Get with it. Jeez. Couple more texts rolling through here. Go Niners. Okay. Do what you want. Go Niners. Cowboys all day, baby. Oh, that monster's so bad. There we go. Should I put that on the microphone for the rest of the show? Can you guys hear me still? There you go. Yeah. It's like a little spit mic. No more spitting, right? Because the Cowboys are catching everything. Even the Rona. The Cowboys are even catching the Rona. Couple more texts, guys, before we get into the next break here. Am I up against it yet? I'm getting pretty close. My bad. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Texter says, Tom Brady in the playoffs. That is all. That must be E. Combs, right, from a burner phone. Come on, man. This year, the Buccaneers are trash. The Buccaneers don't have a chance this year, guys. I kid. You can never bet against Tom Brady and the playoffs. You can never really bet against Tom Brady, period, right? That's just the way it comes down to. You can never really bet against Tom Brady. Guys, phone lines are still open here. 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. Text line and phone lines are brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. Head over to skullcandyoriginal.com and use promo code MANHOUR to save yourself, guys, 20%. Text lines are open 24 hours a day, so, I get your texts all hours of the day. This one comes from 2 a.m. He says, Cowboys Nation, are you all ready to get the first-round loss again? Well, joke's on you, big guy. The Cowboys haven't made the playoffs in like 10 years, right? I guess Dak Prescott made the playoffs last year, right, or whatever. No, they didn't make it last year. I don't know, but would it be surprising if the Cowboys lose in the first rounds? No. I mean, look at their coach. Mike McCarthy's an overrated coach, right? I know. I'm backtracking here a little bit, but the Cowboys are Super Bowl bound, baby. Don't look now. Here in 2 weeks, I'll have my Micah Parkin jerseys on, and I told you so. I told you so. Told you so. Drew says, Eagles in a win with the upset. I got some Eagles talk coming up here. What time is that coming up here? We are talking about some Eagles talk 11:20 a.m. East Coast time right here on YouTube or youtube.com/manhour. So I will tell you why the Eagles have an opportunity to beat the upset or have the upset for the over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Spoiler alert, the answer is Miles Sanders. So stay tuned to that, guys. We will talk some Eagles, Tampa Bay Buccaneers here in hour number 2 on the Man Hour. But first, coming up here on Man Hour, here right after the break, we got Pats versus Bills. Below zero temperatures again. 15-mile-an-hour winds again. Everything's lining up for their first matchup again. Man Hour Nation. We'll be right back after this.
relaxing?
I watch Man Arrow while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from your wife and kids.
What do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the man hour? You watch it with them.
Watch the Man Hour. Check it out.
Man, that beat go hard, yo. Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft?
Well, yeah.
Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/man hour. Click on that
Already
join
there.
button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/man hour and hit that join button. You won't regret it. Okay, Buck. Yeah. Chicka-bam.
You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. That's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help with the Take 22 merch. It's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Welcome back to the Man Hour. Michael Buckasha here, flying solo as always here on the morning show, trying to get my bearings, trying to figure out what works best for everybody here. So if you like any part of the show whatsoever, let me know what you like and also let me know what you don't like so we can improve and cater to the people, because that's what we do over here at Man Hour. If you miss any part of the show whatsoever, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and of course Good Pods. Download that Good Pods app and leave us a ranking right there. Search for Man Hour Sports Talk and you can rate each episode. Right now we're number 3 behind freaking Chris Sims. Man, F Chris Sims in that ranking. We should be number 1, but we're not. We know we got to get better. We're going to get better. So guys, head over to Good Pods. Give us a ranking on every episode that you listen to, preferably 5 stars, but be honest about it. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, so we can improve and cater to the people, because we do it. #Man Hour Nation. We've had the word of the day. We talked some Pittsburgh Steelers and Kansas City Chiefs. We talked about my mistake, guys. I never make mistakes. I'm totally kidding. But it is time to talk about this game that everybody has been circling all season long. They've already played twice. This will be the rubber match of the series, right? Deciding game 3, best out of 3 series. Guess what, guys? It's going to be 0 degrees temperatures, 15-mile-an-hour winds. It is going to be cold. It is going to be nasty. We're talking about the Patriots versus the Bills on this Super Wildcard Weekend. We do have game 3 between the Patriots and the Bills. Obviously, the Patriots won the first matchup there by running the ball over and over and over again. They passed the ball not 1, not 2, but 3 times all game long. They passed the ball 3 times, and they basically kept the Bills' offense off the field because that's exactly what they got to do. Obviously, game 2, the Bills came in and they went into Foxborough and they're saying, hey, look at us. They bought billboards. They were pumping their chest saying, yeah, we own the Patriots. We own this. We own that. But guess what, guys? It's coming down to game 3. The best words in all sports, game 3, right? No, it's clearly game 7, right? But in NFL rap, it's game 3, baby. Game 3, game 3, game 3. So, Patriots and Bills will pass off for the third time this season. It is the rubber match. Winner does take all. Winner does travel on. Rebel goes on into the playoffs, into the divisional round. Yeah. But guys, it is going to be cold. It is going to be nasty out there in Orchard Park. In Buffalo, New York, it is going to be 0 degrees, 15-mile-an-hour winds. But we all got to ask this question, is the weather going to be a factor? Well, hell yeah, it is. It's cold as hell. Hell, I can walk outside right now. It's about 20 degrees. I'll have my hoodie on. I'll have my vest, and then I'll have my my actual jacket on, right? And that wind will cut through my soul. It will split me in half and say, "Who's your daddy?" And I say, "You are my daddy." And then he'll come back up my booty hole and out my mouth. And I'll still be like, ugh. Cold sucks, guys. Especially, and that's just 20 degrees here in southern Indiana. Like, so, like the wind's blowing a little bit, but it's not like negative 15-degree windshield, right? We get like 12-degree windshield. But 0 degrees at time of kickoff. I believe it's Saturday night, right? So that'd be a Saturday night kickoff. 0 degrees, 15-mile-an-hour winds. Is it a factor? Yes. No question in my mind. Are y'all dumb? You can put all the Vaseline you want on your arms. You can wear all that scuba gear and you can have heater. It's still going to be cold. When I go to bed and my toes are just a little bit cold, just a little bit, I'm cold all night. I'm literally cold all night. I had to go in and take a shower, turn that thing up to 150 degrees, scorch my skin just so my toes get warm, put on 5 layers of socks, and then jump in bed. I might be warm then. Man, I was meant to be in Florida, apparently, I guess, even though I love the snow. So, for the people that are saying that it's not going to be a factor, y'all dumb. Y'all dumb as hell, man. What are you guys talking about? Now, let's flash back to the first time that they did play each other, right? This was 40-mile-an-hour winds pretty much all game. It was nasty. It was sleeting. It was snowing. But it wasn't 0 degrees. So, when we look at this, the weather is obviously going to play a factor, but who is it going to affect more? Is it going to affect the Patriots more, or is it going to affect the Buffalo Bills more? And the answer to that question is Buffalo Bills. Because we've seen it. We've seen it affect Josh Allen over and over and over and over again. Did you guys know that Josh Allen has the worst, that's right, the worst QBR ranking when it's below 32 degrees? So when it's, quote, freezing outside, Josh Allen sucks as a quarterback. Below 50% passer rating, only 115 yards passing per game. He has 27 interceptions, absolutely terrible. How are you going to play your home games in Buffalo when you suck in the cold? How do you want home field advantage when you suck in the cold? You do realize that it gets cold in New York. You do realize you're right there off of that lake, and it's going to go pew, and you're going to go cut through the soul, out the booty hole, into the booty hole, out the mouth, right? You guys do understand that, right? So the weather is going to affect the Buffalo Bills in more ways than one. Yes, I know my man Alpha Rob. Big shout out to Alpha Rob. He says, yes, I do know the Buffalo Bills have a great running game happening right now. They're starting to run the ball again. But guess what? When your backs are against the wall, you can be trained to do this, this, and this. But what do? You revert back to what you know. And the Buffalo Bills know how to pass the ball. We saw it in that first game versus the Patriots. They passed the ball, 50 times or whatever in that 40-mile-an-hour wind and complete 20%. It was absolutely devastating to even watch that game. It was why are you guys throwing the ball? You guys are stupid. So, the Patriots will have the advantage in this cold weather, in the wind, in this Game 3 matchup, traveling to Orchard Park. Why? Because they've been there. They've done that. They got the T-shirt. They got the hoodie. And they cut the sleeves off of it because it doesn't matter to them. Come on, guys. When Josh Allen is the worst quarterback in freezing temperature, and you play in a freezing temperature location as a home game, come on, Josh. Get your shit together, brother. Get your shit together. Then we look at the keys of the game. Of course, course, there's always keys to the game. It's the remix to ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Oh, sorry, my bad. The keys to the game is going to be the Buffalo Bills running game. Because it's going to be 0 degrees. It's going to be winning. And Josh Allen is a shitty quarterback when it's freezing. It's going to be freezing. So the Buffalo Bills have to establish the running game early, stick to it often, and pound the ball, pound the ball, pound the ball. Keep that Patriots offense off of the field so they can't do the same thing to you. You need to jump out early, run the ball, 7-0, 10-0, tie up a score, continue to run the ball, put the New England Patriots in obviously passing situations, and we're going to see them fold. I'm not saying Mac Jones is a bad quarterback. I'm not saying that Bill Belichick is a bad coach, right? But there's a reason why they ran the ball so much that first matchup. Is because they didn't want to mess with the wind. Is it a question to Mac Jones' arm strength? I don't know. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? But that's the biggest key for the Buffalo Bills winning this game. The key for the Patriots is their defense. You have to put the Buffalo Bills into obvious passing situations many, many times in this game. You need to have big stops on second down. You need to force them into third and long situations many, many times. Because with the wind blowing, sub-zero temperatures, the ball gets oily and all that stuff, right? It's going to be hard to catch. It's going to be hard to throw. And it's cold. And the wind's blowing. And we see in the stats, Josh Allen he's the worst quarterback when it's freezing outside. So put them in obvious passing situations, shut down the run, and just don't give up the big plays. Make them nickel and dime you down the field and stop the run. So keys to the Patriots are to take away the run and not give up the big pass. I will be okay with 5 to 10 yard slants to Cole Beasley all game long, because the Buffalo Bills are going to get impatient and they're going to try to force the ball down the field into the interception, and then bada bing, bada boom. We're seeing why Josh Allen is the worst quarterback when it's freezing outside. Winner of this game. Wow. Winner of this game. Each team is one apiece. Game 3. Matchup, rubber match, decider, winner takes all. Give me my man's Wayne G's New England Patriots. I'm picking the New England Patriots to go into Orchard Park, knock off the division foe, 13-7. It's going to be a very, very ugly game. I could see this game getting done in 90 minutes because there's going to be so much. It's the clock is not going to stop because there's going to be so much more running of the ball. The only time the clock stops is when Josh Allen throws it incomplete on third down. So Patriots win. My man Wayne G is going to pump out his chest and say, "I told you so. I told you so. I told you so." Even though that's not like him, but that is what he should be doing because he has been on this Patriots bandwagon all season long. And give him credit, man. He has been right about the Patriots all season long. So, guys, a couple more comments here before we get into the next break here. That segment went quick, didn't it? The text lines are open. Let me unlock the phone here. Let me get it open. Code is HOUR. Phone lines are 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. Text lines and phone lines are brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. Head over to skullcandyoriginal.com. Use promo code MANHOUR at checkout to save yourself 20%. Texter says, if you go against the Bills, you are wrong. Well, I guess I'm wrong, Texter. I'm going with the Patriots. I have faith in the coaching staff. I have better. When you break down each position, everything favors the New England Patriots in the end. Running game, offensive line, defense, coaching. The only thing the Bills have better are quarterbacks and receivers, and it's cold. The ball's going to be oily, going to be wet, it's going to be hard to catch, and that kind of factors them out at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, right? Next texter says, Patriots all day long, baby. That's right. I'm picking the Patriots, and so is this texter, apparently. Next texter says, hey, did you see the Florida LSU game last night? I did. I gave it 10 buckheads. If you guys were listening yesterday, I gave it 10 buckheads, and that was a game to watch. Of course I watched it. LSU came out on top somehow, some way. Their best player flat out with like 15, 16 minutes left to go in the game. Absolutely crazy to me, right? Mind-boggling. Next texter says, who do you got? Raiders versus Bengals. But why does everybody want to know? I got the Bengals. Got the Bengals in that one, baby. Picking the Bengals. Next texter says, Kansas City Chiefs. You guys suck. Okay. I mean, everybody's right to their opinion, but I mean, you're wrong. But Chiefs don't suck. They're just, they started the year off bad. That's all it is. Lax text before we get to break here, guys. We are up against that break. Lights are all flashing red and stuff on me. Apparently, that says it's time for break. Last text says, if you do not have the Cardinals in the Super Bowl, you are wrong. And Buck, this is the worst show I've ever seen in my life. I'm tuning off now. Okay, texter. I mean, thank you for the text. Cardinals are not going to go to the Super Bowl. I told you that. They'll lose in the first round to the Rams. I told you that yesterday. J.J. Watt's out. Kyler Murray's overrated. And where are my stats at from yesterday? I told you guys this yesterday. The Cardinals are all 18 weeks this season, 17 games. They are not even a top 10 defense or top 10 offense ranked stat-wise per ESPN.com. Game over, set, match, bada bing, bada boom. We're on break. We'll be back. Drew, I see your comment. We'll answer that in a second. We'll be back here in a second, guys. Man Hour Nation. Sit back, relax, enjoy, because we got some more. That's right. Some more Chiefs talk. We'll be back, guys.
I'm home from work and relaxing.
I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from the wife and kids.
What do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the Man Hour? You watch it with them.
Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft? Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/manhour, click on that join button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that join button. You won't regret it. You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby!
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. Here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
You don't want to be every time, no.
And welcome to hour number 2, guys, here on the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com and check out the merchandise page. We got the Takeaway 22 merch. We got the BC merch. We got the Man Hour merch. I hit the wrong button, so sorry about the intro song playing right now, but hey, it is what it is. But guys, check it out. We've had a great first hour here. Going into hour number 2 here, it is time to get into some more Pittsburgh Steelers and Kansas City Chiefs talk. We're going to round out the show with Bengals versus Raiders. And, of course, guys, text lines are always open at 812-648-HOUR. Of course, that is 812-648-4687. And that's brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. Link is in the description here over at youtube.com/manhour. But scan skullcandyoriginal.com. Promo code MANHOUR at checkout. Save yourself 20% when checkout. It's the best thing you put on your ears this side of the century. I don't know why they say that, but whatever. It is what it is. So before we get into some more Chiefs, Pittsburgh Steelers talk here, Drew comes out and asks this question, is that how far do you think the Titans are going to go in the playoffs? So Drew, to answer this question in a hashtag waffle way, get that waffle merch out there, guys, if you like if you want. Also at Man Hour Radio. It is all depends on how Super Wildcard Weekend goes. Because there are only a few teams out there that can legitimately beat the Tennessee Titans, okay? And that's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, the Patriots, and that's probably it. So, if the Patriots were to beat the Buffalo Bills, and the Titans and the Patriots play in that divisional round, I don't have them going past the divisional round. Now, if the Raiders were to beat the Bengals or the Bills were to beat the Patriots, they will be going to the AFC Championship game. So, I don't have them going past the AFC Championship game if they play the Chiefs or the Patriots at all. So, if Chiefs hold their own and Titans hold their own, they'll meet each other in the AFC Championship game, and I gotta give the edge to the Kansas City Chiefs. They've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, right? Also, in a roundabout way, I'm telling you that they will not make it past the divisional round, because I do have the Patriots beating the Buffalo Bills, and I've kind of spoiled it many times here, but I do have the Bengals beating the Raiders. So we're looking at a Bengals-Chiefs matchup in round 2 and Titans versus Patriots matchup in the divisional game, or in the divisional round. So then I would have the Patriots beating the Titans in that divisional game. So first game back for King Henry. The Patriots obviously are very, very good at stopping the run and putting up a great defense and schemes and whatnot. So that is why I do not have them going too terribly far. Just because, yes, they are the best team in the AFC, right? They're what, 13-3 or whatever. I don't even remember the record off the top of my head. I think they're 11-5, right? I don't know, but they're adding King Henry back into this mix, and he has 0 game time since he got injured and was on IR. He didn't play last week. They'll have a bye week, so he'll get some kind of, he's obviously been on the practice field practicing and whatnot. But there is difference between game time. There's a difference between practice ready and game ready, and I don't know if he's game ready in the end. So that's why I only have them going to the losing in the divisional round. So one and done for the Tennessee Titans this year, Drew. Hopefully that answers your question a little bit. But there are only 2 teams right now in the AFC that can beat the Titans, and that is the Chiefs and the Patriots. If they play anybody else, they will win that game. So, yeah. If you guys want to ask any more questions, go ahead and head over to youtube.com/manhour. Pop into the chat there. Let me know. You can also text us at 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. And one more question before we get into more Steelers talk here. What do you think about Weddle, whatever you say his last name, coming out of retirement for the Rams? I think it's dumb. I mean, when I saw that headline on Twitter, I didn't even think anything of it. I'm like, first of all, I had to remember who he was, right? Like, and then I was like, man, like, why do they need a safety coming out of retirement? Like, because the Rams defense has been pretty good all season long. So then I got to thinking of, like, who do they lose to, like, warrant this comeback, right? And then what kind of, like how could he really help this team? Because it is not like he played on the Rams last year, right? If I remember right, he started and ended his career with the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know how long it was, like probably 10 years or whatever, right? But it is not like he's been on this Rams defense and knows this defense. Granted, there are only so many coverages you can play, yada yada, in disguise, whatever. A player's a player at the end of the game or at the end of the day. But I don't think it matters too much because the Rams are going to win either way, with or without Weddle on the field. So it doesn't matter to me on that whatsoever. But guys, welcome to hour number 2 here on the Man Hour, and this is the title of today's show is should Kansas City be on upset alert versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we talked a little bit on it on hour number 1, but we're going to dive deeper into it here on hour number 2. And to answer the question that is proposed in the title, yes. Absolutely yes. The Kansas City Chiefs should be worried and be on upset alert. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs guy, but I'm also a realist. I said it on the show many, many times here. Do not let a dog live. So with that, when you say don't let a dog live, is you let the Pittsburgh Steelers survive through the season. They scrapped their way. They made it to the playoffs. And when a dog's back is against the wall, that is when they're most dangerous. When the hunted become the hunted, that's when they become the most dangerous, right? And right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been the hunted, right? They've been hunting, and then all of a sudden their back's against the wall. They can't go back anymore. So what they're going to do, they're going to lash out and they're going to attack. They're going to run the ball. They're going to, guarantee you, first 2 plays of the game when the Pittsburgh Steelers have the ball, they're going to go deep to chase Claypool on the right side of the field. That play right there will show you what kind of game the Kansas City Chiefs are in for. If they complete that pass and they gain 30-plus yards, the Chiefs are in for a long, long day. If that is an incomplete pass and you see Chase Claypool like, whatever, right? Because he's a little diva, you'll see that the Pittsburgh Steelers are in for a very, very long day. So are the Chiefs on upset alert? I mean, of course, everybody's on, quote, upset alert. I mean, it's a clean slate, just like my man Drew said earlier in the show here. We are a clean slate. Everybody's 0-0. What you've done throughout the regular season doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter that you clawed your way in. It doesn't matter that you had an easy way in, right? It matters that we're playing head-to-head here, and I don't care if the Chiefs are a 12-point favorite. A win's a win, a win's a win. So the Chiefs will not get upset here. Ever since they did the Sage thing with the Chiefs home field a couple years ago, they've only lost 1 game, and that was because D4 lined up offsides. If you are a Chiefs fan, you know, and I dislike D4 right now because but whatever. We digress. How can the Pittsburgh Steelers win this game? Run the ball. Run the ball. Limit Big Ben throwing the ball. You should give Najee Harris 25 touches this game. You should give Benny Snell another 15 touches this game. You should be rushing the ball 30 to 40 times this game. Keep the Kansas City Chiefs offense off of the field. Force them to play from behind. Force them to force the ball down the field. Run the ball. Take a play out of the New England Patriots playbook when they played the Buffalo Bills the first time. Run the damn ball. Run it 80% of the time. Literally take the ball out of Big Ben's hands. Do not let him throw the ball. That is just the way it is. Do not let Big Ben throw the ball at the end of the day. How can Kansas City win this game? Jump out early. Like I said, jump out early. 10-14-0. Force Pittsburgh Steelers into obvious passing situations. Make Big Ben win you the game because he's going to lose you the game. We've seen it. Big Ben is not the quarterback that he used to be. Big Ben is a shell of himself. So for Antonio Brown to say that he had a lot in the tank, but he will continue his career just not in Pittsburgh is absolutely asinine. That is dumb. Big Ben's done. Everybody knows that. Chiefs can win by forcing them to pass the ball. Let Mark Ingram, Chris Jones, Hitchens, all those boys eat up front, man up on the outside, let the honey badger run free. It's going to be a long, long day. Long, long day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, did I tell you how bad this monster is? Don't drink it. It's a black can with the baby blue on it. All it says Monster Energy, 0 sugar. It's not good. It's making me like croak and die. I take another drink. I feel like I'm taking like a tequila shot. It is so terrible. Drew says you should burn that Packer fan behind you. No, come on. This is my wife's flag. We bought it when we went up to the Packers game to see the Detroit Lions game, Monday night game. Drew says, I think they should let Big Ben throw the ball. His arm strength is crap, but accuracy sucks. Yeah, that's exactly how the Kansas City Chiefs will win this game, is letting Big Ben lose in the game at the end of the day. Forcing him into passing situations, bringing the heat, whatever, right? It is what it is. Moving on here. The anticipation has been killing everybody. Bengals versus Raiders. The first game was Super Wildcard Weekend. We have the bipolar Cincinnati Bengals. We don't even know what team is going to show up that particular Saturday. And then we have the felons of the Las Vegas Raiders. This has been the least talked about game, hands down, guys. Like, when you turn on other Fox, NBC, NFL Channel, ESPN, right, all those other other shows, they're not talking about this game. And I think they're wrong. I think this might be the best game of the weekend. Better than the Eagles, Bucks, better than the 49ers, Cowboys, better than the Rams, Cardinals. I think this Bengals Raiders game is shaping up to be one of the best games out there. So, when I was prepping for it, I'm like, man, how can the Raiders legitimately win this game? They shouldn't even be in the playoffs. They're a terrible, terrible team, right? But for whatever reason, all season long, the Las Vegas Raiders have fought themselves against adversity. They have been doing things right. They have won when everybody counted them out, right? They have won when XYZ was wrong, when Henry Ruggs killed the dog and the lady, and the other guy got his DUI, and John Gruden used the word fag, and it's like, what? This team is winning despite of all those controversies, right? And granted, I know it's everyday life, it's this, whatever, right? But the Raiders are just not a good team. So when you sit back and we think about it, how can the Las Vegas Raiders win this game? I think Joe Mixon is better than Jacobs, so they can't really run the ball. The Bengals have a better receiving core, so I mean, I guess you can try to go toe to toe, point to point for them, but the Bengals will come out on top. I think Derek Carr and Joe Burrow are kind of at the same level, So, I mean, you can have a quarterback controversy, I guess, but basically, how the Raiders can win this game is hope that the moment is too big for the Cincinnati Bengals. Hope that all this hype around them not making the playoffs since before the first text message was made, right? Because I believe the last time they made the playoffs, it was 1991. The first text message was sent in 1992. You guys have seen the meme around. I think we even shared it in our trash talk group. But hope that the moment is too big for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Who Day Nation. Because the Raiders are who they are. You are not going to get anything more, and you're not going to get anything else. If you put a player on the Raiders team right now, it's Alex Smith. You knew Alex Smith was going to give you X, Y, Z, and don't expect A, B, and C, because he will not do that. The Raiders are who they are, and the Bengals, and if both teams play their A games, Bengals win 10 out of 10 times. No doubt in my mind on that. Then we look at it on the other side of the ball. How can the Cincinnati Bengals win this game? And that is to disrupt what the Raiders have done so well these last 5 weeks of the season to get into the playoffs. They put their heads down. They do what they got to do. They've been doing X, Y, Z, doing it right. They eliminate the mistakes. They don't, force the ball down the field. They know who they are. They let their defense eat, and no special team mistakes. So how can the Bengals win this game? Force Derek Carr into making some mistakes. Force Derek Carr into doing what Derek Carr doesn't do well: scramble and throw passes on the run. He doesn't do that well. Derek Carr does not handle the pressure that well when it's in his face competitively or repetitively over and over and over again. He is just not very good at it. And I mean, as a Raiders fan, that's your guys' biggest downfall is your offensive line is not very good. So the Bengals defense is pretty damn good. So Bengals can win this game by forcing Derek Carr into making some mistakes. Now, on the other side of the coin here, when I say hopefully the moment is too big for the Cincinnati Bengals, I was looking at the team rosters and how many playoff appearances that they have per player, right? Over 80% of these rosters, none of them have played a playoff game. Take that into perspective. On both of these Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals, 80% of these players have never played a playoff game in the NFL, obviously. So when I say the Raiders can win because hopefully the moment is too big for Cincinnati, it's because the Cincinnati Bengals are they're going to have so much hype around them. Ever since they beat the Chiefs 2 weeks ago and they clinched the AFC North, right? They have been on this cloud. Who Day Nation, right? Who Day, right? And we've seen it over and over and over again. But there is so much pressure on the Bengals to be great right now that I think that is going to be their biggest downfall in the end. So the Raiders, have just as little playoff experience as the Cincinnati Bengals, but the road team 9 times out of 10 will succeed more because there's no pressure on them. They are the lower seed. They are traveling to Cincinnati. They don't have the black hole to worry about. They don't have the fans booing them because they made a mistake, right? They don't have to worry about all that. So when it comes down to it, Cincinnati Bengals are on a lot of pressure, guys. Joe Burrow's first playoff game, Jamar Chase's first game. There's so much pressure with these Cincinnati Bengals. It is hard to fathom that they've been the Bungles for so long, and now they got these such high expectations to succeed. But Joe Burrow just needs to come in and manage the game, be one of the top quarterbacks that we all know he is. We saw it at LSU. I mean, he has that ability to play big games. Jamar Chase has that ability, right? The defense is looking damn good. So when we ask the question what Cincinnati team is going to show up, hopefully the good Cincinnati team shows up because they can make a deep playoff run if they show up. If they play like they did against, name a team, the Denver Broncos, right? Or if they played wrong, I don't know. A game that they lost, like 45-0, right? Whatever. They're going to be one and done. They're going to lose to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, man. Wow. Got a text come again and says the black hole. I would rather play on the road than Las Vegas any day of the week. I'm tired of getting DUIs. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, apparently Raiders Nation is, you would think the cost would be like, you know what, guys, just get home. I'm tired of arresting you guys. Or maybe they're just trying to make a point like, hey, you guys aren't above the law, right? But I don't know. Chat comes in over here at youtube.com/manhour. Two teams to be very careful of. Steelers and Raiders. Steelers are playing for Ben. Raiders are playing for Madden. True. Raiders are also playing for Henry Ruggs. The other guy that got the DUI last week, John Gruden, the offensive lineman that is gay, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when was Madden the coach for the Raiders? That was the early 80s, right? Late 80s or something like that. So many people, like I know my generation and below, had no idea John Madden was actually a coach, to be honest. I'm just call out, like, when we think of Madden, we think of the game. We don't think of the coach. We don't think of the announcer. We think of the game. So to say that the Raiders are playing for Madden, I don't think that's kind of the thing, because most of those NFL players are the same age as me, right? And Drew says he coached in the '70s. I mean, that was 20 years before I was born, right? So nobody on the Raiders, hell, probably their head coach didn't even see him coach, right? So to say that the Raiders are playing for Madden, I think that's kind of far fetched. That's kind of like a reach, and it just kind of a word of the day a couple days ago, prisoner of the moment, right? So now, I mean, definitely be worried about the Raiders, because they have stepped up in times of need all season long here, but it is what it is. Moving on here. Black Monday was Monday. Last Monday, 4 days ago, not 3 days ago. It's Thursday today, not Thursday yesterday. I don't know, still mad at you guys for like all that. But Black Monday is, a day where obviously most of the coaches are fired and whatnot. And of course, if you're the Giants, you'll wait 48 hours to fire Joe Judge, because nobody wants to be a GM when he is around. But I got to thinking here, because many of these teams are requesting, to interview offensive coordinators for teams that are in the playoffs, defensive coordinators, special teams players, right? Yada, yada, yada. So I got to thinking here. Let's say you are with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Byron Leftwich is gone all week because he's doing these interviews at Jacksonville and Chicago and New York and Houston, right? He's traveling all over, and do you really think he is putting in a great system for you guys to win this game? He's definitely not putting all he has into it, because he's worried about his future. He's worried about getting that next job. He's worried about putting on the great front for the Jacksonville Jaguars, for the this and this, right? So I got to thinking, should the NFL push this able to contact coaching, with the approval of ownership or whatever? Should they simply just push this back to after the Super Bowl, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is, teams should not be allowed to interview anybody until after the postseason is over. This whole Black Monday thing, you can fire who you want, right? Fire them on Monday, whatever, right? And build for the future. But what kind of advantage is it to interview, let's say, Byron Leftwich, because, he's a hot candidate right now. What kind of advantage is it to interview him right here, right now, than it is to wait a couple weeks? Because it is not like you can start building your team during the middle of the playoff hunt, right? It is not like Byron Leftwich is going to leave the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in midst of their back-to-back Super Bowls to go build for the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, he is going to, let me step back. A level-headed, good person would stay until the end of the season and not even entertain that stuff, right? But obviously they have to entertain it and whatever, right? So I propose that the NFL should push this week back till after the Super Bowl, or maybe even Super Bowl week, right? So you can fire them on Monday, Black Monday, the first Monday of the off season, right? Like whatever, right? But you cannot interview anybody till after the season's over. I think that would be best for everybody, and then you can hire the person right then and there, and then you can legitimately move them into the office and get things rolling right that day. Now, let's say I offer I extend an offer to Byron Leftwich. The person that I am, I would not even consider accepting it until, or even entertaining the offer until after the season's over, because I need to focus on getting me a Super Bowl right now. Are my players going to respect me if I say, "Oh, I'm leaving at the end of the season, guys, so win one for the skipper"? Right? Like, come on, man. Like, no. Next up, Texter asks, "Who will replace Matt Nagy?" Adam Gase. Adam Gase to Chicago. No, I heard Doug Peterson, the old Philadelphia Eagles head coach, has interviewed there. He's going in for a second interview today or tomorrow, I think. So it would make sense, right? Because if things hold true, they want a white old guy to coach the team, and Doug Peterson is a white old guy and doesn't know how to coach, right? But whatever, we'll pass that. Speaking of the Eagles, Miles Sanders should be 100% for Sunday versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is huge for Philadelphia, guys. This is huge. Why? Why, you ask? Because the last 11 games of this 2021 NFL season, the Eagles are rushing 184 games per game. Miles Sanders is just under 90 games per game. So he is carrying over half of the load for the Philadelphia Eagles. And like we said all show, fight fire with fire, right? Tampa Bay's run defense is not that great this year, guys. Not that great. So the Eagles is running great. Tampa Bay runs defense is not that great. Fire with fire. Bada bing, bada boom. Upset alert. Miles Sanders to the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys should be on upset alert. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe a texter said, look for that game. Eagles will upset the Bucs, as the texter said. But hey, only time will tell. All right, guys, we're up against that next break here on Man Hour, guys. If you are watching us here on youtube.com/Man Hour, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are live here every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. East Coast time, and then Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. East Coast time. Coming to you live 10 times a day right here on youtube.com/Man Hour. Of course, we are on Roku TV on the Northeast streaming sports platform there. If you're watching us on Roku, guys, give the channel a ranking. Be honest about it. You know, if the other content on there isn't as up to par, you know, let us know so we can improve everybody, because we're all trying to grow and help each other out in the end here, guys. So also, if you miss any part of the Man Hour, guys, head over to youtube.com/Man Hour. Hit the subscribe button. We upload clips 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So we're getting like 10 clips a day over there. So if you just want to watch what I said about Matt Nagy, look, search for Matt Nagy, bada bing, bada boom, it's there. 2-3 minutes tops, right? It is what it is. Also, if you want to listen to it on the way to work or at work or on the way home from work, iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, but most importantly, Good Pods. Download that Good Pods app and give us a ranking. Search for Man Hour Sports Talk. Become a member over here at youtube.com/Man Hour. Hit the join button. $5.99 membership or higher gets you free entry into the Las Vegas trip. I paid those bills. I did my did my diligence. Of course, 313 The Flash. Shout out to those guys. Martez, my man. Thank you for having us on. Martez and the 313 The Flash is how the Man Hour started, guys. He's gotten us up there, catapulting us to the top, and without his support, we wouldn't be nowhere. We'll be right back here, guys, on the Man Hour. What do we got next? We got Buckheads coming up next. 10 Buckheads. We're back here on the Man Hour, guys. Stay tuned.
Once I'm home from work and relaxing,
I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, I do with my wife and kids.
what do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the Man Hour? You watch it with them.
Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft? Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/manhour, click on that join button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that join button. You won't regret it. You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help with the Take 22. It's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
And we are back here on the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckcasher. You can follow me on Twitter at manhour_buck. And of course, you can follow Man Hour on Twitter as well at man_hour_radio. A lot of underscores on that, but man_hour_radio on the old Twitter machine, guys. Follow us on Twitter. You can stay tuned with what's going on with the Man Hour. Of course, you can find all the episodes of stuff up there as well. When podcast form, YouTube form, all that good stuff is over there on our Twitter machine. Also, if you like talking sports, guys, head over to our sports trash talk group. Go to facebook.com/Man Hour Sports Talk. In the first group on that link there, it says find group, and bada bing, bada boom, it's right there. We have like 30 some groups, guys. So join all the groups that you want. You know, we got all your team groups, you got division groups, we got the NFL trash talk group, you got trash talk groups in general. So if you guys want to talk some trash or just some rep your team, facebook.com/Man Hour Sports Talk and find a group for you. Phone lines are still open, guys. 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. Phone lines are brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. So head over to skullcandyoriginal.com. Use promo code MANHOUR at checkout and save yourself 20%. It is the best thing you put in your ear canal this year. Before we get into the final half hour of today's show, guys, I've been going on with the text with a text battle back and forth here with this said texter here, and he is basically calling me a homer by picking the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, yes, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs guy here, and I'm not bound by political agendas here. Like, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm going to rep it, and I'm going to talk about my boys because I am a Chiefs fan at the end of the day. And this texter says, how can you legitimately, be a non-bias when you're sitting here wearing a Kansas City's hat and hoodie all show long and saying that the Chiefs should not be on upset alert? You should be ashamed of yourself. Like I said, this is live, raw, uncut sports talk. I'm not bound by anybody. I'm not bound by, I can say what I want, when I want, how I want, and if I want to wear my Chiefs hoodie, I'm going to wear my Chiefs hoodie because they are my boys, right? I'm born and raised in Kansas. Kansas City Chiefs are my team, and we're great right now. Why not wear the crap proud? I mean, my wife is a Packers fan, so I support her. So we went to a Packers game. I got my cheese head mug right there. Like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So to call me a homer, I mean, guys, if you watch any part of the Man Hour, you know that I am a straight shooter. I call it how it is. Hell, during Drew, correct me if I'm wrong, week 5 or week 6, I had the hashtag going bench Mahomes because I thought he was playing like complete dog shit. I said hashtag bench Mahomes, right? And guess what? That reverse psychology worked. He started playing good, right? The defense started playing good, right? But whatever, right? I call it out how I is. Call it how it is. Anyways, that text got me fired up here, guys. And that's just that is what you get a little bit when you see when me and Combs are together here on Man Hour. But hopefully we'll be back together very, very soon. Our work life balance comes back together, and we can put on a great product for you guys over and over and over again. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Depends how work goes and whatnot. But man, sickness, guys, is going through the Belcold household right now. We are down with the sickness. The old ball and chain is not feeling good. My little man has had 105 temperature, guys, for 24 hours now. It has broken a little bit for like half hour, but right back up. Right before I got on show, it was like 102, 101 maybe. I mean, it's definitely not 105 like it was. Like, we were freaking out there for a little bit last night, or was it last night or two nights ago? I don't know. Everything's starting to run together. I haven't been to bed because we've been dealing with this. But man, when I've never felt so helpless before, just watching your son just cry, and you can just hold him and he just not feel good, and you know it, and it just sucks. Now I know. Now, obviously growing up, and you don't really understand like a mother's love toward a child until you have kids of your own, and it breaks your heart absolutely seeing somebody that you are raising and love to death, and you can't do anything about it. It just sucks. It infuriates me. It rages me, and I lash out, and it just sucks. Luckily, I got to escape with you guys here for a couple of hours here on Man Hour. Hopefully, I have entertained you and had some good times, but there is a special time of segment here that I get to let it all out. And now, Mike's Thoughts. And it is time here for Mike's Thoughts here. And if you guys are, new to the show here, last night I gave you guys 10 buckheads to watch the LSU versus Florida game here. And give me 1 second. And I was watching the LSU versus Florida game, and their best player, I believe his name was Eaton, fouled out with about 15, 16 minutes left to go in the game. Right? First things first, how do you foul out? How are you the best player and foul out that early in the second half? But LSU ultimately survived Florida. SEC road game. They went to Billy Donovan Court and held on. Okay, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the sideline antics post-game by this star player of LSU. And the LSU, obviously the players are like following him, right? This Eaton guy was throwing up L's like losers. Take that L, right, to the Florida crowd. First things first, this Florida crowd is like 25% full, maybe. It was probably more moms and dads there than actual fans. So to throw up the L's to your moms and dads and whatnot, it seemed very, very classless to me. It seemed not like a star player of LSU should be doing. So I got to looking back, and I was looking at Eaton's highlights through high school and last year through college and whatnot. And this is the type of player that he is. Like, he will just kind of throw up L's and gestures and all this other stuff for no reason. LSU was favored by 15 points in this game. They're ranked like 12th in the nation, I think it is right now. They beat a great Kentucky team. And to barely escape I think it's like a 4-point win they ultimately had. You throw up the L's, that's stupid. Grow up, Eaton, my man. That's Mike's Thoughts for today, guys. Just grow up, Eaton. Nobody wants to see that crap. Come on, dude. Alrighty, guys. So that is Mike's Thoughts for today. If you want me to react to anything, send it to me over at manhour_buck on the old Twitter machine. Slide into those DMs, and I will read it. And I will, if I enjoy it, I'll make it into my thoughts and give my own opinions on it. But it is that time of day where we have about 10 minutes left in the show here, and I give you things to watch. Mr. Buckheads himself. How many Buckheads does each show got here? Up to 10. 10 is the best. Buckhead shirts coming soon here at the merch store. So 1 to 10 Buckheads here. So we go to tvguide.com and we see what is new tonight. And got about, 3 times 5. So we got about 15 shows to go through here. First thing that comes up is NBA basketball. Golden State Warriors travel to the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a 10 Buckheads. No doubt in my mind. This is a 10. 10 Buckheads right here. Hashtag Buckheads in the chat here. That's Bucks heads. Buckheads. You like the fat heads, but Buckheads, right? Man. Steph Curry and those boys versus Giannis, the Greek Freak. That's going to be a great game. I don't get excited for many NBA regular season games, but Golden State traveled to Milwaukee. Golden State is clicking on all cylinders right now. Klay Thompson is back looking like himself before 2 years ago, before that Achilles injury, right? Or was it ACL or Achilles? I can't remember. But either way, he is looking great. And so, yeah. 100% 10 Buckheads on this. No doubt in my mind. 10 Buckheads. Next up is Walker on the CW. I don't even know what this is. Season 2, Episode 7. So it's been around for a little while. It's not Walker's Texas Ranger, but the description says things are still tense between Walker and Lima after Lima called in false warrant on Dan Miller. This sounds like an old Western. They're basically trying to spin it off the Yellowstone type thing. I'm not interested in that. 1 Buckhead. Flipper Flop back to the basics. This is a new one. So Flipper Flop has that really good-looking girl, and she divorced her wife because she's a cheating little. I'm kidding. I do like these reality shows. I mean, I got not reality shows, but these home improvement shows. I give it 5 Buckheads. Just 5 Buckheads. I mean. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch HGTV to watch a new episode of Flipper or Flop. No. BattleBots. Oh, BattleBots. Hell yeah. BattleBots has been around forever. This is 10 Buckheads. 10 Buckheads for the BattleBots. Tune in to on the Discovery Channel, 8 p.m. tonight. BattleBots, tune into it. 100%. 100%. Young Sheldon on CBS tonight at 8 p.m. 5 Buckheads. 5 Buckheads for that. I think young Sheldon has kind of run his course. It's probably trying to time to kill off Sheldon, right? Send him off to college or whatever. Combs says, "What are Buckheads?" Sheesh. Buckheads, Combsy, if you've been watching any of the Man Hour AM, is. Do you remember back in the day when the old big fat guy would give you like how many bags of chips to watch it? 3 bags of chips for this weekend's sports, 4 bags of chips. Well, this is Buckheads. The t-shirt's going to have my head on it. It's going to say how many Buckheads and then hashtag 10. 10 Buckheads is the best. 10? Come on, Combsy. The first 48 on A&E, 9 o'clock. I do love me some A&E. I do love me some first 48 hours, man. This is 8. This is 8 Buckheads. 8 Buckheads for some first A&E. Come on, man. Woo! I love me some A&E. Show me how you killed those people. Wow. Last show we're going to give some Buckheads on here. TLC, 1,000-Pound Sisters. They're from Kentucky, aren't they? I don't want to watch fat people. Like, have you seen this show, guys? So, this one girl is like 600 pounds, and she's like, "Where's my Diet Coke? I'm on a diet." I don't know. It's horrible. 1 Buckhead for 1,000-Pound Sisters. I don't know, guys. With that being said, guys, it is time to wrap up the show here. I gave you guys some Buckheads. I'm giving you who was going to win the AFC playoff side of the picture. We got the Bengals. We got the Chiefs. And who else did I pick? I picked the Pats. New England Patriots. So if you guys want a perfect backtrack, look for me. So I picked the Cowboys over the 49ers. I picked the Buccaneers over the Eagles. And I picked the Rams over the Cardinals. And I got the Chiefs over the Steelers. I got the Bengals over the Raiders. And then, of course, got the Patriots over the Bills. That's it, guys. That's going to be it for the Man Hour. I'll see you tomorrow. The phone lines will be open all day tomorrow, 812-648-HOUR. That's 4687 right here. But guys, if you guys want true 10 buckheads, tune into youtube.com/Man Hour tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast time. And with that being said, you had the Chiefs. Shocker. All right, Combs. Have a good day, guys. See you tomorrow. Or see you tonight. See you tonight. Cohen better be on tonight. Steelers 24-20. False.